And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the St. Louis Cardinals going up against the New York Mets. All right, Senga, let's talk about the man on the mound. He has been lights out lately.
You're not kidding, Boog. I mean, look at these stats. He's got hitters guessing on every pitch. I'm excited to see if he can maintain his dominance in this one.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to go. Our starter in this one, NYM-K.Senga.
A really good outing for him last time. Scattered 2 runs, was attacking hitters, getting ahead in the count. Great performance. We'll see if he can do it again in this one.
Okay, all set to go. Here's the center fielder, METS. Ground ball up the middle. And it gets by him.
Oh, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from. And there's just no one there to knock it down.
Now up for St. Louis, Lars Nootbaar. Out towards left center. Nimmo sizes this one up. He's got it. And there's one down. Here's a Cardinals lineup now. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out, a lot of lift and separate, Chris.
We know hitters are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you know, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a hitter who's got decent pop.
Wilson Contreras in the box now. No balls and a strike.
The count.
Senga with a stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
Some pitchers can go out there and rip off a month or 2 of incredible starts. And right now, it looks like he's in one of those grooves. Really fun to watch.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Ciani at first, one gone. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there are 2 down. Here's Nolan Gorman.
He's done a great job making contact recently. Currently owns a 7-game hitting streak.
Swung on, belted. Way back there. Makes the catch on the edge of the track. The Cards leave one. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. Back after this on the show. And we're back. And towing the slab here, STL-S.Gray.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Bottom of the first. Now it's the DH, Starling Marte. And that's down and away. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Puts it away for the out. Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. One guy swinging a hot bat recently, Pete Alonso.
And Boog, he's got some of the biggest power around. I mean, just light tower power, not little wall scrapers, just getting over, man. He hits absolute moonshots. Guys on both sides of the ball are actually admiring some of the ones he hits. Batting practice, always a show with him. And you kind of hold your breath every time he comes up to the plate during a game. Stop what you're doing. Don't want to miss it. And the pitchers are always aware that he's at the dish.
Brandon Nimmo stands in now and watches strike one. One out, base is empty. In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a foul ball. Good job to fight that one off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Tied him up on a fastball inside.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
Pete Alonso in the box with two gone and takes a look at a called strike. Alonso matched a homer in his last game. That one hammered but pulled foul. Two outs. Off the mark there. Going to count 1 and 2.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
And a breaking ball misses outside. 2 outs, base is empty. And the Polar Bear strikes out. Down in order go the Mets. Scoreless after 1. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the Cardinal DH, Alec Burleson. Burleson, in his 3rd season, hitting 5th in today's lineup. And he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over .325 in his last 10 games. That misses the zone, and now 2-0.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
On the ground to first, and that's a fair ball. Throw over to first. Here's Nolan Arenado. 2 for 8 in the series so far. And that misses. 1-0. Ripped into right center. Base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Mason Wynn next up for the Cardinals. Oh, now this one gets away at the plate. Not in time. He's safe, and it's second and third with nobody out.
Well, Boog, it's already been a tough start to this inning as it is, and that wild pitch is going to make things even tougher. 2 men in the scoring position now, still with nobody out, so this really becomes a strikeout situation on the mound.
Next offering is down low.
He's got a base open, so the pressure to come in and really attack this hitter, not as great as it would be if the bags were sacked.
Swing and a miss. 2 balls and a strike.
1 strike.
Second inning here, no score. Next offering upstairs.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
Full count.
3-2 now. And that'll load the bases.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boo. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
Bases loaded, nobody out. And here's the catcher, Pedro Pajes. That one's in there. That's strike one.
0-1.
And misses inside.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
Caught him looking for the K.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
So digging in, Victor Scott. Golden opportunity right here. And that's fouled off. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
That misses. Now 1-2. Burleson on third. Arenado on second. Wynn at first. One gone. High fly ball out to center field. Makes the grab. Here comes the runner from third. Applies the tag, and they get two. Double play. Out to escape a bases-loaded jam unscathed. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And stepping in for New York, Juan Soto. Gray back to work. Swings through that one, out in front that time.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Line drive. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Late on that fastball.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Next pitch is outside.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Gets to it on to first. Out. 2 away now after the drop third strike. Off to a strong start, Singy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also keep the defense fresh behind him, allowing some balls in play as well.
Jeff McNeil stands in. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. Two down, nobody on. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Fouled off. And they'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That one the other way. On to first. And that's the third out. Nothing doing for the Mets. We'll move to the third with no score. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. In the air, left field, down the line. Fair ball.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
And now Lars Nootbaar. He's 0 for 1.
Counts 1-0.
In the dirt, blocked. Ciani into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility.
Can't imagine he's too happy with that one on the mound. Just one pitch after giving up the single, he basically turns it into a double.
And there's a
No
ball.
off the plate. Ball 2. Ball 3.
Ciani at second with nobody out. There's the strike, 3-1.
That's a real nice cutter right there. I mean, this guy can struggle with the inside pitch at times, so I'd say that's pretty effective if you can continue to command it on that side of the plate. Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
First and second, no outs. Wilson Contreras getting ready to hit. Just missed. Top of the third, no score. And another ball.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Check swing, appeal to first. And he won around. Just enough that time. Gets under it and pops it up. And the infield fly rule call. Nolan Gorman next up for the Cardinals. Swings and misses. 0-1.
0-1.
This one drilled right center field. That one heading for the fence and gone. A 3-run dinger. Home run number 5 on the season. It's 3-0. 2 pitches, 2 swings. That one for a home run.
Looking to be aggressive all the way, and it paid off for him in a big way. When a guy's got a real hard fastball, you can't overswing. All you've got to do is get the bat head to the spot. If you do, he supplies the power, and you'll get to jog around the bases like he did right there.
1 down. Alec Burleson next up for the Cardinals. And first offering is fouled off. Still only 1 out here in the inning. There's the strike. That one ripped right center field. Out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add to the lead. It's 4-0.
He's been so difficult to pitch against lately. It seems like no matter how you attack him, he finds a way to punish you. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Base is empty, one away. Here's Nolan Arenado. And a base hit into right center field. So a man aboard now with one away.
Now batting, shortstop, Mason Wynn.
Mason Wynn next up for the Cardinals. Worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. Right through there for a strike. Man at first, one away. Inside and it hit him.
Got him. Right there.
Pedro Pajes next up for the Cardinals. He was a strikeout victim his first time. And there's a foul ball. Arenado, the lead runner at second. Win over at first with one away. In the dirt. The 1-1 is fouled off. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how'd I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
Tapped softly on the ground, and they tag him out. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 4-0 ball game. This is Mets baseball on the show, NYC. Bottom of the inning, and the batter will be the shortstop, Luis Angel Acuna. Ground ball right side, it squirts through. And the leadoff man aboard.
Batting 8th, third baseman,
Ronnie Mauricio now. Didn't play in the day game yesterday, so he should be fresh for this one.
Ball 1. Ball 1, no strike.
Nobody out. Runner at first. Runner on the go. There's a ball. Throw there. Safe. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
Next offering in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. And that's outside.
1 strike.
Man at second.
2. We got a full count.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Runner in scoring position, nobody out here in the last half of the third. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Timeout asked for and given at the plate now. Line drive, and that's a base hit out of the left center field. Coming home. He'll score easily. Throws to second. The tag, and they cut him down, going for 2. And now it's Jose Siri. He swings and fouls one off. One down, base is empty. That clips the corner.
No balls, 2 strikes.
That one misses. Ball one.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
And down on strikes. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Marte now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across here in game 3 of this 4-game series. The 1-1 is fouled off.
He's dealing with a great 2-strike hitter right here. The strikeout is not automatic.
Swing and a miss. STL-S.Gray with the strikeout. So it's 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and no one left on. Back here at Citi Field. New inning getting started. Now batting Michael Ciani. Swing and a miss as he was late.
You know, these Cardinals doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. Pitch count is pretty high, and they've plated 4 runs already, so I think it's safe to say their game plan is working out pretty well right now.
Runs it up to 96 to record the punch-out.
Came after him with the fastball on 0-2, and that's a pretty good demonstration of what power pitching is all about. He's got the stuff, obviously, and right there, he used it to put his opponent away without needing to waste any pitches.
Nootbaar at the plate now. That's ball 1. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike. Hey, 2. 1
Base
ball,
is empty,
2
1 away.
strikes.
Top half of inning number 4. Up the middle, and that chance handled. Jumps, throws, it's there, and that's a great play.
Now batting, Wilson Contreras.
Two outs, base is empty. Here's Contreras now. 0 for 2 in this one. In the air, left side. Nimmo sizing this one up. Hauls it in to end the inning. Back here in Queens, now the number 2 hitter, Brandon Nimmo.
Well, certainly doing his very best out there on the mound to bring that win streak to a halt. Well, these Mets just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
That's a ball. Tried to attack with the sweeper.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Pete Alonso now, always a power threat. The Polar Bear hit his 200th career home run last season.
Yeah, and that home run came right here at Citi Field. He's the 4th fastest player in baseball history to reach 200 homers. If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Juan Soto now late on that fastball.
0-1.
Nimmo over at first with one away. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
Now one missed. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of this stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
That one fouled off. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Takes it to the base for the force out, and the inning is over. Mets strand one, and they trail it 4-1. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Senga back to work. There's the strike. Gorman in his third season, 24 years old. He's knocked in 9 over his last 10 games. And the slider just misses. Swings through that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. So up next, Alec Burleson. He's already homered here in this one. There's a strike. One down, base is empty. And down on strikes he goes. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Nato comes in to take his cuts. And he hits a ground ball right side, sends it to first, and they get Arenado for the out. St. Louis goes down in order. Redbirds down quietly, but they lead at 4-1. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now it's the second baseman, Jeff McNeil. On the ground. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw. He's in safely, and now there's a runner at first. Now it's the shortstop, Luis Angel Acuna. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far.
Leadoff man on. It's time to play a little small ball. Get some base runners. Try to dig yourself out of the hole.
And ball 1.
We're getting another look at one of the top prospects in the game. Who doesn't love having a fast shortstop on their team? They're usually a lot of fun to watch.
And a base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Back-to-back singles. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Now the third baseman, Ronnie Mauricio.
Picked up an RBI in his last at-bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. First and second, no outs. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Behind 0-2, he steps out for time. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Jose Siri digs in now. Went down on strikes his first time through. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
0-1.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Ciani under this one. Makes the grab. 2 down. Starling Marte up to hit. That one outside, and it's 1-0. Foul ball there.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
Fouled off. He was late. McNeil at second. Acuna at first. 2 out of the inning. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. One-two now. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Contreras settles underneath it, nabs it, and that is the inning. 2 left for the Mets, and this is still a 4-1 ball game. All set for the top of the 6th. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Mason Wynn. There's the strike. Swing and a miss.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
And that's a strikeout. Mike Fillmore says he went around.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Pedro Pajes next up for the Cardinals. First pitch swinging.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Clearly he was geared up for the fastball right there. Maybe got a little jumpy and excited out of the hand, but he certainly didn't miss a stitch.
Got him. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one.
3rd time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
This one lifted in the air, left field, and that'll do it. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2, 3, 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Cardinals 4 and the Mets 1. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1.
Just off the inside edge. And that one is lifted in the air. Ciani sizes this one up, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And a quick out, number 1.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Alonso at the plate for the third time as he comes up
0-1
empty
the
there.
count.
Bullpen action for the Cardinals. Ryan Fernandez up and loosening in the pen. Liberator getting cranked up as well. And that one fouled off. The Cards leading by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. That's ripped to right down the line. And foul ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's his 9th strikeout so far. Chris, third time through the order and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today. Economical with the pitch count.
Soto stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Hit on the ground to the right side. And it goes just foul. Swing and a line drive ripped right center field. Ciani makes the play, and it's out number 3. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of inning number 7, and now the center fielder, Michael Ciani. Reed Garrett gets the ball now.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. That one the other way. Toss to Alonso. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, right fielder, Lars Nootbaar.
Lars Nootbaar, the next to hit. That one ripped. And it hits the fence. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in. And he's into second with a double. And man, just shy of a homer on that one.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Everything was mechanically sound with that swing right there. I mean, that's pretty much what you're wanting to replicate with every rep you take. You want good balance, barrel directly to the baseball, and good long extension after contact out in front of home plate. Man, there are a lot of doubles in a swing like that.
Dives, and he can't hang on. Safe at first as they can't make the play. Here's the second baseman, Nolan Gorman, looking to do more of what he did back in the 3rd.
No doubt that 3-run homer is a huge reason why they're in a good spot right now in this ball game, and an important swing of the bat.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Reed Garrett done for the day. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. Taking over on the mound for the Mets, Danny Young.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep them within striking distance.
Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
And that one hit to first. Base hit, and a run comes in.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Now a chance for Alec Burleson.
Ball one.
And that one missing low.
Two balls.
In the
no
dirt,
strike.
but kept close. Both runners move up, 2 in scoring position now, and that takes away the double play.
Well, that could end up being pretty costly right there. They had the double play set up as a way to get out of the inning, but instead it becomes a big strikeout situation with 2 in scoring position.
Second and third, 1 away. That
Three
just
balls,
misses,
2 strikes.
and the count's full. Ground ball right side. And he takes it himself for the out. So now it's Nolan Arenado.
Third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Just
Inside,
missed.
ball one.
Check swing, no appeal. And that's in for a strike. Now 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Contreras, the runner at third. Gorman on at second with 2 down. That misses
3
the
balls,
zone.
1 strike.
And now 3-1. Mason Wynn in the St. Louis on deck circle. Swing and a miss. 3-2 now.
Painful.
In the air, right side. Soto gets under it, squeezes it, and that is that. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 5-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Ryan Fernandez.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
And now the catcher comes up to him, Francisco Alvarez. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
0-1.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
0-2 is the count.
Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. And there's 1 down.
Now batting, second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
Jeff McNeil up now for the Mets. 1 for 2. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. And the 0-1. That one blasted deep to right. Nootbaar drop step going back. Booyah! He'll circle the bases, and they're chipping away. It's 5-2. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. That was one of those home runs where you really don't know if he got enough of it off the bat. I mean, he put a good swing on it clearly, but I wouldn't say he really got the sweet spot on the bat. The exit velo wasn't anything too impressive, but it had all it needed for him to circle the pillows.
1 out, base is empty. And next for the Mets, Luis Angel Acuna. He's 2 for 2. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
0-1 is the count.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
And a pitch. Swing and a miss. Some high cheese for strike 3.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things And when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Strike two.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
And the next pitch is way outside. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Chases in the dirt. Slider there. Pajes down to first. In time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him, and that's that. But not before they answer back with a solo home run. It's now 5-2. Major League Baseball is on the show. And we're back. And the batter will be the shortstop, Mason Wynn. The Mets with a new arm on the mound, Jose Butto. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Butto, 26 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. Next offering is in for a strike. There's a swing and a drive. Way back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. Stepping in, Pedro Pajes. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. That one not close. 1-0. Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. A little out front there as he swings through it.
It's been a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Here's the 2-2. Well struck, right field. That one's got a chance. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Victor Scott next up for the Cardinals. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. Missed with a changeup, and that is ball 1. Right through there for a strike. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Ball, that's low.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Here's a 2-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. He saw a lot of pitches in that at-bat and found a way to win the battle.
Boog, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Ciani, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Throw to first, and he's back in safely.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
There goes the runner. Cut on and miss. Throw to second, and he's safe. Singy, the best way to catch this guy might be on replay.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the only way to catch him, Boog. I mean, you see that sprint speed on StatCast right there. It's elite, and just makes it very tough on them.
Oh, and now a wild pitch. And on the wild pitch, he goes down to third. On the ground right side, and that one handled. Third out, and that ends the frame. So one left for the Cardinals. They're still out in front 5-2. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the eighth, JoJo Romero. He last pitched 2 days ago. Here's the center fielder, Jose Siri.
Leading off for the Mets, center fielder, Jose Siri.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the ninth, that closer's coming in.
Strike two.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Check swing on an 0-2. Appeal to first, and he held back according to Rusty Valentine. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea. Here's Starling Marte. 0 for 3 in this one.
Starling Marte.
Grounds one to short. Slings it across. 2 up, 2 down.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. 1 for 3. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the ninth with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
And a swing and a miss.
Well, he's been aggressive right out of the box, and a smart pitcher is going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
Off the mark there. 1 and 2 to count.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. 3 up, 3 down. Inning over. Mets go down quickly. They trail at 5-2. Back here at Citi Field. Now it's the right fielder, Lars Nootbaar. Buto back to work. Strike one.
0-1.
Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Siri makes the grab, and there's 1 down.
Now batting.
And up to hit is Wilson Contreras. Well struck left field. Could be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Waste no time there. Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Jose Buto is done, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. Griffin Canning takes over on the mound.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Gorman in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Pitch kicks away from Alvarez. Contreras up to third on the wild pitch.
Well, that right there could be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball's gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it because you're already in scoring position. Well, he was sure there. And
looks like an intentional walk after falling behind 3-0. Didn't want to risk nibbling. Runners at the corners here. 1 away. And up next for St. Louis, Alec Burleson. That pitch gets the corner. That's strike 1. Hit in the air right field, and that one way back there, and that is way gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they tack on to their lead. It's 8-2.
He's swinging a red-hot bat. This isn't the first home run we've seen him hit these last few games, and it probably won't be the last. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Nolan Arenado next up for the Cardinals. Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. And he's safe at first. Some strange defense there.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Off the bat, that one registered at 105 miles per hour, man. That is smoking, and these days you hear it all the time, but the numbers just don't lie. If you can drive a ball like that, more often than not, you're picking up a knock.
And there's a hit. And out to a board.
Now batting, catcher, Pedro Pajes.
And now here is Pedro Pajes. This one in the air right field. And that is foul. Arenado over at second. Win at first. One gone. Ripped into right field, base hit. And they stop him at third, so bases loaded with one away.
He had a pretty ugly offer going into this game up until that at bat, so a little sigh of relief there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
And now Victor Scott. This one smoked, could be trouble. One run is in. Now 2 runs score, and he's safe at second with a 2-run double.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
Michael Ciani next up for the Cardinals.
Nope, that's the ball.
Just missed.
Counts
1
1-0.
down, runners at second and third. Swings through that.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Next
Ball
offering
2.
misses down and away.
He's getting a little
2 balls,
frustrated
1
out
strike.
there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
Count is 3-2.
In the dirt, nice job behind the plate. Second and third, 1 away. Here at the top of the ninth. In the air, left field, down the line, and it stays fair. 1 run across, another scores. 2 runs in on the play, and it's a double-digit lead as they're up by 10.
That's a good job right there. You got 2 strikes on you, just got to battle.
Man at second with 1 away. And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Dedniel Nunez comes on now.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
There's a swing and a miss.
1-1.
That's down and in.
2.
And it's fouled away. Runner at second here, 1 gone. And it remains 2-2. And a curve is down and in. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Nimmo snags it for the second out. Now here is Wilson Contreras. Pitch misses.
Outside.
Ball one. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Squirts away a little bit. Right side, hard hit. Tosses to first, and that is that. But they score 7 times to blow this thing open. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 will get their shot in the bottom of the ninth. It's the Cardinals 12 and the Mets 2. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
All right, Senga, you've tightened up the hairdo, but back when you played, how valuable was it to have a barber in the clubhouse?
Well, Boog, I'm going to say invaluable. That's how valuable that it was, because I was the barber. Yes, I was the team barber, man. I'd be cutting hair 7:05 game. I'd be finishing cutting someone's hair at 6:45.
Whoa.
I'd ask these guys, you're making millions of dollars. Why can't you go to a stylist and get your hair done? You're coming to the clubhouse pressuring me to cut your hair before a game.
Would they pay you?
No, absolutely not. Not even a meal on the road. So I think it's great now that most of these teams have professional barbers that come in and make them look fresh before the games.
Scale of 1 to 10, how good a barber were you?
For a non-professional, I'd say I was probably a 7. But if I was comparing to professionals, I'd be like a 3.
Swing and a ball drilled center field. Ciani on his way over, hauls it in, and there's one away.
I'll never forget the time that I cut Jose Canseco's hair. He had a pretty big melon, Boog. And
Big dome?
It took a while.
Yeah.
There's a little pressure there, too, because he had a big date that night, and he wanted me to make sure that everything looked good.
Wow.
Yeah. He's a big guy, too. I didn't want him to hurt me.
Yeah, he's large. Up the middle. They get the out on Soto.
Oh, Boog, we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
So they're down to their final out. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. 0 for 3, a fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. And that is out of play. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the last half of inning number 9. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Romero is just 1 strike away.
Well, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of changeups. Probably won't see another one here.
That missed by a lot. And the count 1-2. The Mets with a lot of ground to make up. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Offensive explosion today for these players. They gave up a few runs, but they had more than enough firepower to turn this one into a blowout.
And your final 12-2 for Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show. Thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.